We're live.
Hello, everybody. It's been a while. Some complications happened with schedules, but hey, we figured one out. Hooray!
B.
Let's review a little bit on what's been going on. So last time you guys were doing a little bit of downtime after your last dungeon delve, and we ended up having Say leave for a mission that originally was just going to be for just something he could do probably on his own, just to make a little extra cash for the group. It turned into a whole other thing, though. So Say ended up going on to a mission with this Professor Twaddle? Twiddle? Twiddle. It's Twiddle. It's Professor Twiddle. He was a bat. He was researching and looking into birds, and this one bird in particular he's been following. He was very excited about it. He couldn't identify it. As well as Say, you couldn't identify it based off of the feather, but you were interested in the job anyway. You ended up dealing with a bat that very much is very bad at organizing his own stuff and dealing with that. But you were able to track it to a cave, and then that's when you guys realized the cave was rather dangerous, which ended up marking up with what the scout gave you for details, is that ice would be good, fire could also work, but could lead to your death. And so you were like, oh, I'm smelling like gas in this cave. Yeah, no, we're not going to have any fire in this cave. Might die. And so you waited for your team to show up. You guys ended up talking with him. The professor ended up telling you that he is very much willing to pay you for any kind of materials from the actual bird itself. He believes that it's trapped in the cave, and you guys decide to go ahead and investigate. He did give you a little chisel, and he said it was his trusty chisel that was magical, that he thought would be very useful to you in exploring the cave. You guys were exploring the cave for a while, and you came across Tilly, Billy, and Killy, also known as Kyle, which he hates being called Kyle. You ended up fighting these children. They were throwing explosives. You guys dealt with them, though. You didn't kill them, and you just ended up talking to them. You found out they wanted to start up their own tavern and whatnot, and that's why they had turned to banditry, just to get a little bit of cash and money. You guys talked things out with them after not killing them. They gave you a map to the remainder of the cave. They marked off all of their traps, so you guys wouldn't set off any traps, and you were on your way. Afterwards, you guys continued traveling. You found use for the chisel. It was a great way for you to break in through what seemed to be a dead end. And you were able to get your way through to this opening area here. You ended up finding this caldera with some lava in the center, and you ended up actually finding an egg that seemed to have been trapped within some of the black goo around on the walls. However, the egg cracked open. You ended up seeing a small bird end up leaving from the egg and start on fire, and you realized, oh, that's a phoenix. And then as the phoenix was about to move in its chick form, all of a sudden some black ooze shot from a wall and covered the exit the entrance that you guys had just made, and now you are trapped in this room, and you realize quickly that the room is alive. That being said, let me get the initiative thing out here for y'all.
Great starting point. Okay.
And then I'm going to take this away because we don't need this currently. The little image for the bird.
The egg?
Well, because I now need to use an actual token for where the actual bird is on the map.
Phenix.
Yep, the Phenix token layer. There we go. All right.
I thought it would be slightly bigger for some reason.
Oh, I still have other freaking initiative up from last time. God damn it.
Well,
It's showing a blank on my end.
yeah, it's showing blank on my side too.
Why is it like this?
I don't know.
All right, I'm just gonna. Okay. So yeah, click on your tokens. Roll for initiative, please.
Wow. Oh,
Sensei's
I'm
going last.
that one for fuck's sake. Well, at least that get rid of the bad luck for a bit, right? Hopefully.
Well, hopefully you've gotten rid of all your bad luck.
That's incredibly freaking unlucky at the very start.
All right, got Noche. Looks like your token didn't pop up on the initiative. I'll fix that.
So I have advantage on my initiative roll.
That's right, because you ended up having that set up before. I have that in my
So-
notes.
Yep, so 12.
Low initiatives, though.
Lee, you get over there? Oh,
10, 12. Oh, we have another token of blue on the field.
you having trouble over there, buddy?
Just a little, cause everything. Yeah, guys, the little stuff is kind of in the way.
Oof.
Guys, stuff?
No. So you guys know how we have our little stuff icons that's in that shows up who's in the game. Yeah, y'all faces are in the way.
Oh.
So I'm like trying to move you guys out the way so I can see.
Got you, got you.
Can you click your own token here?
Give me 1 minute, cause I'm trying like to fix the map as well so that it's like easy for me to maneuver.
Fair enough.
No, I don't think I can move. I don't think I can move that one.
Yeah, I don't know if it's...
Oh wait, no, I can. Okay, yeah, I can.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Okay, so you can delete the other one.
Gotcha.
You just click that and then roll initiative.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're coming with me, I guess.
Okay, and then I need to roll for initiative for the room and for the bird.
I'm sorry, what? You rolling initiative for the room?
Yes.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Okay. There we go. And then for the bird. Then add that to the turn initiative. And bird's initiative. Ooh. Alright.
I can hear that in the back.
It's just me rolling the dice.
No, what Blue has in the back over there.
Ah. Double checking its initiative. Okay. Bird's initiative.
Oh. Oh.
Alright, so everybody's rolled for initiative.
Aren't you gonna roll the initiative for the room, you said?
I did.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
It's not showing up on the tracker.
I
though.
know, don't worry about it.
Oh my god.
Do we even know where this thing is?
You don't worry about it.
Okay, do we know where the bird is?
Yes. So, bird
Okay, there it is.
itself.
It was being covered up.
Bird up.
So the bird itself, it's its turn here. All right, it's going to fly. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, this thing is still tiny and is rather struggling to fly at this time. However, it's just kind of it did look in confusion as it got out. Saw you though, and Yeah, it's just going to dash another 5, 10, 15, 20. There we go. All right, that gets us to the room.
What?
So, all of a sudden here, there is just suddenly some black gunk shoots out from the walls at the Phoenix. And the Phoenix, sadly gets hit.
Oof.
And Phoenix is going to take... Sorry, looking up the damage again on this. Oh, wow, that's a lot more than I thought. All right. Bird takes 13 points of damage.
Huh. That's some nasty snot.
All right. And then that gets us to another attack from it. Not at the bird, but at Alessandro. Alessandro, that is... Double checking. Gotta do math. Apologies.
How dare you do mathematics in this
That
game?
is a 22 to hit.
Yikes.
As you have another blob of black goo shoot from the wall towards you.
Shield.
All right, you cast shield. All of a sudden, this black goo deflects off of your shield for defending yourself, and then you see it just
Okay.
kind of lay down flat on the ground next to you.
Hello, Mora. Hello, Rez.
That gets us
We're just getting some
to
D&D right now, so I won't be talking for a bit.
Jasper on this then.
Yes.
everything's
I'm
okay.
double checking
No
something
problem.
real.
What is Jasper doing? Did you get cut out? Oh.
Oh, I was just double checking something.
Oh.
So I'm going to move up here.
Okay.
Do we? So I'm. The thing is attacking. So can we see what direction its attacks are coming from?
So I will, with your passive perception, you'll notice that the attack first was coming directly above in the ceiling, for that was attacking the Phoenix, and then for the one that ended up attacking Alessandro, it was off to the far, off to his left side. That all of a sudden the black gunk shot out at him.
Okay.
With your passive perception, I will let you know that, again, as you've looked around the room, the entire walls themselves seem to be covered in a black.
Oh, goody. Okay. So, and one more question.
Uh-huh.
Does the Phoenix consider us an enemy or just indifferent?
When you first looked at it, tell you what, give me an insight check.
Inside.
17.
Thinks of you as a threat with how it had itself positioned when it first got out of the egg and it saw you. So it looks like it sees you guys as a threat.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate my Twilight Sanctuary
Okay.
with my Channel Divinity. So that creates a 30-foot sphere around me. And then I'm going to use the spell Healing Word. I have it in somewhere. I know I. Yes. On Phoenix.
On the Phoenix. All right.
So it gets 1d4 plus my ability modifier.
All right, roll 1d4.
That's
All
2 plus my modifier, which is for wisdom 5. So it heals 7.
Okay.
7 damage. Nice. All right.
And
then-
as I end my turn, I will get my 1d6 worth of extra hit points, I believe.
This is true.
3.
All right. Anything else, man?
That's it.
All right, Alessandro, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's 1d6 plus my cleric level. Which is total of...
You're level 6 currently right now.
No, I'm level 5.
Oh, you're level 5. Well, you
Yeah,
guys will
you
be
never-
level 6 after this. If it's
Cool.
So, it should be 8 extra hit points. Okay.
I will stab the blob.
All right, so you go ahead, you turn around and just try to stab at the black ichor in the wall. Make an attack roll.
That's a crit.
It is a crit. Awesome. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh god.
Sorry, add 2 to that.
Add 2 to that. Okay. So 8, 10, 11. So 11 points of damage. All right. And then as you go ahead and you stab into it, you quickly do realize, yes, this black goo, the goo itself kind of moves around your blade and whatnot as you pierce it. You know that you did damage, but again, you have this sudden realization that there's a lot here. You're not sure how much damage you truly did to this.
Okie dokie.
But I will say you did do some damage.
That's all.
All right. Get that in. All right. Then that gets us to next in the initiative, Noche. What are you doing?
Noches.
Rhythms
Shit.
might be. Oh, there you are.
Yeah. Is my mic not picking me up? Hello?
Hi.
Hello,
Yeah, we can
hear
hear
you.
We can hear it now.
Okay. I was gonna shield boomerang the shit.
All right. So are you? So you're shield boomeranging at the wall, basically, then?
Yeah, to see if I can do something to it, because I don't feel like slashing it would help, maybe. And I don't think
Okay.
setting it on fire would help either.
All right. So you go ahead. Give me attack with your shield boomerang then.
Mhm.
You have ice magic.
Oh yeah, I do. It's been a minute. Jesus Christ. Can I take back that?
Yes, I
and
will.
do-
I will allow you to take that back.
Okay. Wait. Do I have that listed? How do I?
You
You
should
have a-
that listed.
It's your breath attack, I think.
You do have a breath attack. You should also have a bunch of. I'm just looking at your character sheet real quick. You should have a bunch of them listed somewhere on your character sheet.
Yes.
Go to bio spells. Here, no, that's your dagger. Spells. Oh, we don't have it on your character sheet for this.
Well,
Goodness gracious.
how's it?
Oh, where did we put all the spells from that stone again?
Oof. Maybe in the treasure thing? Because it was a jewel, was it? Or am I wrong?
It was a
No,
jewel.
it's jewel.
I'm trying to
and
remember.
the abilities it gave you.
It gave him a ton of freaking ice spells.
I remember it gave you the ice breath and the ice armor, and I
The ice claw was something.
and I
Here,
think
let
you got
me-
sleet storm.
So
I
you
think.
ended up having. Let's see. You had
Was it
ice
ice?
knife was one of them, and then you did have a breath attack that was ice. You did have a. You did also have an ice armor spell.
You know, let me do the ice breath.
Okay. And the ice breath would be the same as your steam breath that you have in yours, by the way, Jasper.
Yes,
So that we can help
it's
him out and make sure that he has that.
the 3-6,
All right, just roll 3d6.
15-foot cone.
You said 3d6?
Yep.
All right. So you go ahead and you've never done this before, but you've seen Dia do this a ton of times. And you just try to like take a deep breath and you just blow, trying to think about how he actually does it. And all of a sudden, yeah, you just have this massive blast of cold air leave from your mouth. You can only do that once a day right now. But all of a sudden, you notice that the black goo that you're breathing onto has suddenly turned into solid black shards, very similar to the obsidian that you were breaking apart before.
Fairy Tale Dragon Slayer theme starts playing.
But yes, that was very effective, by the way.
I should still have a bonus action.
Yep.
I think if I remember, I should be able to slash it.
Not as a bonus action. So as an action, you can attack, and when you do, you attack twice.
Yes, that's what I meant. Attack twice. Sorry.
Yeah, but since you used your breath as an attack, then that doesn't allow you to do another attack.
Well then, I guess that's it for me right now.
Okay. So let's see here. But yes, that was very effective. And you have turned the goo into a solid amount. Can you clarify where exactly? Like right behind you?
Like it's on the wall, right? So
Yeah, so like just somewhere around your character, or are you just saying like the wall that you guys had just gotten closed off, or?
the wall that we just got closed off, basically.
Okay. Yep, I just wanted to help people with that since, again, based off your guys' character positions and whatnot.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Roll your d6.
He did. Oh, sorry, for his temporary hit points.
Yes.
Yep, roll a d6 for
And
temporary
then
hit
add
points.
5 to that. So you got a total of 7 temporary hit point.
Also, Alessandro should do the same if he hasn't done that.
It hasn't been the end of Alessandro's turn, has it? And no, wait, yeah, it was.
Yeah, Alessandro
Like
was
he-
right before Noche.
Yep,
There you go.
9.
All right, that gets us then to Lucid's turn. What are you doing?
For a moment. I didn't use my color clothes thing yet, so I can pick a color, correct?
In my
thought you
notes,
did,
you had
but
already
remember-
picked one, and you had picked ice
Oh, thank God I'm smart. Okay. Cool.
or cold.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna throw something at the wall. Yeah.
Different spot or the same spot that Noche attacked?
Actually, let me punch that. No, let me take that back now. I'm not gonna throw something yet. I might as well punch the obsidian and see if we can break through that wall.
You got
Okay.
a black suit.
Okay, so it has been a while. Where is my unarmed strike?
Oh, got a crit!
All right, nice. So you go ahead and you punch at the frozen goo. Give me damage.
10 plus 6, so 16.
Did it give his? He did crit. It didn't give a. It didn't roll his damage die a second time. So I didn't set that up correctly. Could you
Oh.
roll another 1d6?
Sir.
17.
All right. So 17 points of damage. So as you go ahead and you do that, you just move to punch right at the frozen wall. You all of a sudden feel your fist break through and break a bunch into shatters. You've made a small opening in the wall.
Well, we know what we gotta do. Is there? Can I break more, or is like I have to
You
freeze more?
still have another attack, so you can attack again.
All right, might as well go for broke. Try to go for another one. Is that enough?
Yes, that is enough.
Okay.
Another 6.
Oh, do I pull another D1 or no?
Then that is 6 more points of damage because you didn't crit.
How's that wall looking? Is
And
it
then-
enough?
You have another. You're breaking apart more and more. You can go for, if you really want, you could do a bonus action punch, or you can go for a key strike, or go with a key point flurry blows for 2. Your choice.
I use a key point. If I remember correctly, I have to use 2 key points for another 2 armed strikes, right?
Nope, just 1 for 2 unarmed strikes.
Cool. All right, go for another.
All
Holy
right, that's
shit.
a hit.
I roll the damage. And one more time.
Then let's see. How's that wall coming?
You're making the bigger hole every time.
That's just.
All right.
And that's another hit and damage. You ended up having that. Very good. All right. So as you go ahead and you make that opening for all of that parts that you've broken off, you're like, yes, we have an opening. And you see as the parts that you ended up hitting have broken apart, there's more goo that's just kind of pouring down, trying to block the path again.
Son of a bitch, you're lucky I can't throw another sling.
But you seem to have figured out a weakness for this thing.
Yep. All right.
All right.
That's all I got.
Roll your d6,
All right.
and then add 5.
So die.
Yeah, I'll give you 9 temporary hit points.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
All right, and then that gets us to the next part here.
Hello.
We have Say. What are you doing?
If I were to see like what the situation is so far and like kind of examine the Phoenix in a way, does that take an action or?
What are you wanting to do?
I'm mostly just seeing if I'm just mostly seeing like the condition of the Phoenix, and before
The
I like.
Phoenix looked. So I'll give you that without having to use an action. The Phoenix looked pretty bad after that one hit. That healing word did seem to help it out significantly, though. Seems this thing doesn't have a lot of health as a little baby chick, unsurprisingly.
If you wanted, you could cast Speak to Animals and talk with free action.
You lagged out so hard, but I was gonna do speak with animals regardless. So
Okay. Speak with animals. All right. So you go ahead and you cast that as an action.
yeah.
All right. And
Also,
what do you say?
before I do, something else to say. Um. Red said hi to Blue and Rhythms. I just want to say that real quick.
Hi.
Otherwise, though, I would like to add.
Hello.
I like to say that the Phoenix is just like to calm down, like work with us kind of way. Yeah, like yeah.
As a response, you get basically, you trapped me.
Please, we would have chopped you would have been much more easy, much more better than this. And not the point. At a point, but it's not us who trapped you. This black soot or whatever is trapping us right now. We're trying to get out.
Yep. Give a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Gonna persuade the baby bird.
Welcome to
Yep, trying to persuade the baby bird.
I did heal it.
Yeah, yeah, you did heal that, so. Persuasion, right?
Yep, persuasion.
And there's no advantage or whatever, right?
Nope.
Cool. Persuasion, persuasion. Where the hell are you?
It's in alphabetical order.
I'm trying to find it.
It's underperformance.
21! Let's go! Almost a crit.
Jesus!
Let's go! The first bad roll actually helped me out later.
And that, so with that, you hear basically, escape, we must.
Escape, we must. Yeah, like, come to us. We'll help you out. Kind of way.
All right. And then that's your action. Any bonus action?
I don't think I have many options for bonus action. Like, it's not on the top of my head.
All right. So then that gets us to the top of the round. With
I guess I have to
Your
get
D6.
closer, just a little bit, but that's it.
Okay. So move your token where you want, and then don't forget
Roll
to
your
roll for your.
D6.
There you go.
7.
Yep, 7.
All right. That gets us to the baby chick, and it's going to move. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. 1, 2, and all of a sudden you guys just see it flap its wings, and then you just see these blue feathers just kind of fly outwards, and you just see him basically trying to set fire to the wall.
Okay, that works.
So
Probably.
he's attacking the wall. And it basically, each feather seems to fizzle out as soon as it ends up hitting the wall itself. Seems like it wasn't strong enough to get through. It is a baby chick after all. That gets us to...
D6.
Oh, the D6.
The D6.
Alright,
Yeah,
I
the
got a
D6.
3, so it gets
8.
8. Alright. Ugh, making it so hard for me. Alright. That gets us to the room again. You see all of a sudden another attack of black gunk goes after the chick. That's a hit. Ooh. That is another 14 points of damage as you kind of just see this black gunk slam into the actual chick, bring it down to the ground again.
Shit.
Ugh, good thing I gave it those temporary hit points. Shit.
Yes, it needed it. There is another shot of black gunk. That black gunk is going to go for... Noche.
Yes.
So let's see if it hits you.
Oh,
All right.
wait.
All of a sudden, you see a black gunk shot towards you. I have only a 15 to hit. I know that's not going to hit you.
Yeah.
So all of a
Yeah.
sudden, how do you deal with this black gunk? Do you just dodge out of the way? Do you block it? What do you do?
I think I'll end up I'm gonna just block it. I don't think I can like swat it or anything, so
All right. So all of a sudden, you just have this black gunk hit your shield, and it just kind of flows off the shield onto the ground. It's like, oh, your shield's getting all dirty.
oh, that's disrespectful. Not my shield.
All right, that gets us to
Rude.
That was rude. It gets
Pretty
us to
fucking
Jasper.
rude.
What are you doing,
Okay.
Jasper?
So, alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Aura of Vitality.
Okay.
So it's the same radius as my Twilight Sanctuary. I'm going to use bonus action to have the chick regain 2d6 hit points.
Oh, geez. All right. Roll 2d6 then.
$12.
Jesus. All right.
There's not a whole lot I can do to this stupid wall, so support it is. And that was my action and bonus action, so I'm done for the turn.
All right. That gets us to Alessandro. What are you doing?
When the chick hit it with fire, did it seem to do anything to the gunk at all?
So when it ended up hitting, I basically rolled too low to actually even hit the freaking armor class of this thing.
Okay.
But I will give you the sense that it didn't seem like fire really did much to it.
Alright. Then we're trying to break back through this wall, huh?
Seems like that's the plan or strategy, and a lot of that black gunk has kind of gone back down after it was frozen. And I'll give you this: after it was frozen, you guys were able to punch through it with Lucid, and as soon as he did that, though, the ice broke, and any kind of remnants that kind of thawed afterwards from him punching it started to turn to gunk again and start to slowly cover the door again. All right, you're casting Thunder Wave on that. It has to make a dex save, which doesn't make sense.
Unsave.
Doesn't make a sense. Or sorry, a con save. Okay, that makes a little more sense for it. All right, and so Synzin,
Yeah.
it failed by 1.
So it takes 6 points of thunder damage.
6 points of thunder damage. All right, you go ahead and
And-
do the thunder damage.
Technically, you know what Thunder Wave does.
Yes, I do.
Cool.
So, you go ahead, you cast Thunder Wave, and as you do so, there's just this huge burst through it. There's all of the different shards that remain are just kind of blasted away. Any of the gunk that's in the way is just kind of blasted outwards away from you. Yeah, nicely done. You've created a bigger opening where all of the gunk is out of the way for a short bit of time.
Cool. Now, let's see. Can I do anything as a bonus action to help out? No. I will give. Hang on. I'll give inspiration to Jasper, and with magical inspiration, you can choose to use my bardic inspiration to increase the damage or healing of one spell by my bardic inspiration die.
Okay. Sounds good.
And that is going to be... Where is the stupid level? So that's still a d6. But still. And that's my turn.
All right. That gets us to Noche. So Noche, there's been a big wall opening that's been created from where you had your breath attack earlier. What are you doing?
See through the hole?
Nobody has left the room yet. What are you doing?
I think I'll be the first one to take the step through the opening.
All right. So you go ahead and you move out of the room. I'm going to move some stuff here on the map just so that I can adjust some things here so that then we can kind of show that you have left the room. So then you guys need to all go here, 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 and here. And then you're just moving out of the room.
Yeah, to see what's on the other side.
So on the other side is the tunnel itself. There's a bunch of black goo that's just kind of laying on the ground itself from any of the parts that were just kind of blasted away. But it is a clear opening for you.
Is it safe to walk through though?
You are reminded from last session, and I'll clarify this. You guys were seeing this black stuff, but it was more solid up to this ring. You had to break through it with your chisel that you ended up getting from the professor.
Okay.
So there is more of it, but it's still solid in this part.
This is moments like where I wish I had like an AoE to hit more than one enemy.
You do. Ice Knife does.
Oh.
It's a
Cool.
small AoE, but it does.
Okay.
It's like
well, then
firing a bunch of tiny scalpels.
Okay, then I will use Ice Knife.
All right, and you just start creating. You're just kind of throwing that at the opening where there's any black gunk still.
Basically, yeah.
Okay, go ahead and let's see. Ice Knife is an attack roll, so just go ahead and give me a 1d20, and I'll add in the modifiers.
Okay.
What?
Okay.
Nat
Well-
20!
What
Yeah.
the heck?
Our luck
Okay,
had gathered up
alright.
to this point of the month.
Oh my god. So hold on, I need to double check the spell, making sure I'm doing the damage right for it. Because we didn't get it set up properly, my apologies.
It's 1d10 piercing for the initial damage, 2d6 cold for the AoE, which has a dex save, I believe.
Yep, so give me a 1d10 first. Jesus, okay. And then, since he crit, does that initial damage, does it double then?
Yes.
Okay, so then he has, well, not double, he has to roll another 1d10.
No, it just doubles.
It just doubles, okay. Good to know.
Yeah, when you crit, you just double the damage that you roll.
Oh, I messed up with the crit earlier for you, Blue. My apologies. All right, and then so that's going to be 16 points of damage then from the initial. Then give me another 2d8.
D8.
Sorry, 2d6. My apologies. So, 9.
It's such a good spell.
Did you roll the save?
Oh, I did not.
I rolled the save, and it failed.
Oh.
Its dex is crap. All right, so you go ahead, and all of a sudden you're just kind of thinking back about the spells that you've seen Dia use in the past before, and you just kind of take a moment, and you kind of have a knife all of a sudden on your hand. You can toss it, and then this creates this big giant burst of ice damage in this area. You've kind of created more of this kind of glass shards of this black gunk. Very effective, by the way. All right. Anything else that you're doing? That was your action.
I'm. Oh, I can go again, can I?
Ice Knife is only a one-time thing, sadly.
Damn it.
That's the
Okay,
downside
so-
with spells.
Yeah. I'm not used to using spells here. I'm always swinging my damn sword. Or my
It's
shoot.
okay. You did a
So-
lot of damage.
Yeah. So I think I'm satisfied with that for now.
Oh, yeah,
So
just a
you've
banana
created
slam.
an opening. You've run out through. You're trying to maintain that opening. Lucid, it's your turn. What are you doing?
Okay, so I need a quick rundown of the situation. So right now we have a hole in the wall, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Are we able to walk in it, or is it still we need work to do?
You are able to walk through. Noche was able to get through, no problem. He's kind of tried to freeze more of it to maintain the opening.
Okay, then I guess I will. Let's see. Where'd the kobold out? Because I'll try to back him up using my sling and try to help out as much as I can. Throwing.
He
ice
just
as
ended
well.
up moving out of the room. What you could do is inside the room, you could use your sling and try to maintain that opening and keep freezing it from inside. Because as
Yeah,
long as
that's-
you do that, you'll maintain an opening for everyone.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna do.
All right. So give me a sling throw then.
ID. Where did I put my little slingy at?
All right, that's a hit.
And then I can do one more.
Yep. That's a hit. 4 damage.
And then that's about it.
All right. And then you're just going to maintain your position?
Basically, just try to keep it like the hole open and frozen as much as I can, too.
Gotcha. All right, that gets us to say, what are you doing?
Actually, I'm gonna ask real quick too. So we know that they made enough hold for everybody to get through at least, right? But it's not through the exit yet, right?
Nope.
Okay. Where is? Ah, okay. I like to bring out my cloak of gliding, but I'm using it as kind of like a blanket for the Phoenix and kind of gesturing the Phoenix to be on it so I can wrap around and cover the Phoenix with my body. Give it and more the black suit tries to attack it.
Okay, so are you sure you want to do that?
It's not like super red hot, right? So it should be like okay-ish, maybe.
Okay, I'm going to give you a picture of the actual Phoenix itself, and then I'll let you decide.
In where?
Brought it up on screen.
Oh, give me a
Pretty.
second. Oh, shit. There. Ah! Freaking... That's just... Ooh, pretty.
It's literally on fire. So, I'm going to ask you again. Are you sure you want to do that?
What? There's not much I can do. Trying to see what else I can do because there's not much I can do right now. I would lose my cloak of gliding, so and would use it.
That's why I'm asking, because you will likely damage your cloak quite a bit if you're trying to put it on something that's on fire.
Yeah, I'll use my cloak. I need something to cover it with in case. Well, one, I don't want to be burned myself, and two, I'm trying to protect it from the black suit, and we're trying to escape right now. So honestly, it's probably the best thing I can do.
All right, so you move in, trying to cover it up. Give me a athletics check.
Athletics, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I let it know that I'm planning to do this. I love it.
All right, so you move up to it to try to cover it up, and it does just kind of squirm away from you, trying to not get covered up. Let's see if you succeed. You do not cover it up.
Damn. I'm just trying to help it right now, but especially when it's being targeted heavily. I don't think I can do anything else. I don't really have a bonus action I can do. At least not off the top of my head.
All right, so you're done then?
Yeah, I don't think I have much I can do, honestly.
Okay. All right, so that gets us to the Phoenix. Now, I rolled a die for this thing earlier, and it is time. So, to our Pokemon fans here, it's evolving.
Oh no.
That is not a good thing.
So the Phoenix itself, all of a sudden on this turn, you see it go from earlier it was only at a size small. Now it's to size medium.
Yeah, that's
So
not good.
earlier it was about the size of Noche. Now it's about the size of like Alessandro and Lucid. So you just see a large burst of flame, and this thing gets even bigger in size.
Probably react as ow. Jeez, you
And
don't
you
have to
just
be
see this thing all of a sudden fly up at the actual areas that you guys have frozen, and it seems to understand what you guys are trying to do. You see, instead of it throwing feathers at it, it flies upwards at the actual wall itself, and you see it peck at the wall, and that hits. And all of a sudden you see the areas where it pecks start to freeze.
Oh.
What?
Okay, I was wondering why it was blue.
And that's going to do
So cold it burns.
Okay, Ben 10, calm down.
does
It's
4
not even a vintage, it's a
piercing
little
damage
mage.
and 4 cold damage.
Oh shit.
Okay, and then it now has multi-attack, so it's going to peck at the wall again. It hits. Does another 7 points of cold damage. as it continues to freeze parts of the wall. And you are the only one that understands it here in this situation, and you're just hearing it shout out in much more of a coherent language now, instead of it just being short, like, sort of can talk.
Yeah.
We all must escape. Go.
Well, okay, well, time to run then.
As it says that, though, all of a sudden, there's a big clump of black ichor that suddenly is falling down on top of the actual bird, Lucid, and Jasper. I need all three of them to make a dex save.
18.
All right, you succeed.
Oof.
Lucid, you fail.
And the Phoenix.
And Phenix, also fails by 1.
No.
As all of a sudden,
Oh,
you
wait.
see a big clump of this go out onto the field. It's a giant cube of ooze.
What the fuck?
Oh.
So yeah, you are currently trapped inside of it, Lucid. Jasper, you're just outside of it. The Phoenix is also trapped inside of it.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Lucid, you are stuck in this goose, and you take 14 points of acid damage.
Yikes.
Ooh.
The bird also takes 14 points of acid damage.
By the way, Eric, you forgot to roll D6.
Oh, D6.
The temporary
Yep, for
hit
the
points.
bird.
Alright, I only rolled a 1.
So 6.
So it gets 6, yeah.
Yeah. Good news is that when it evolves, it actually gains hit points.
That's good. That's good at least, but hopefully it doesn't evolve soon because Lucid might be baking inside later.
Alright, so Lucid, again, did you put in your damage?
Yeah, I'm at 28.
Okay, just making sure. So now there's this block of goo that's in your guys' way for your exit. Ooh, I heard a thunder.
Dun dun dun.
That was the timing. Jasper, it's your
Okay.
turn. What are you doing? You have a block of goo in front of you.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go around this way so I'm not like right on top of it. How rough is the Phoenix looking?
Phoenix seems to be okay, probably at roughly around half itself.
Half itself. Okay. Okay. Alright, so kind of messed up my plans for what I was going to do. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Lucid. What's your max health?
33, but I'm at 28 right now.
Okay. So I'm going to use my bonus action for my Aura Vitality on the Phoenix, so it will get 2d6 worth of health back.
Okay.
So it'll recover 8.
Okay.
And then I am going...
Keep getting all this thunder in your guys' epic decisions.
I guess I'll cast Sacred Flame on it.
Okay. So it has to make a dex save, and you're doing radiant damage. It fails. So
It takes 5
points.
radiant.
Alright. Wait, only 5. Okay, you did upgrade it. You just rolled really low.
Yeah, I got a 1 on the one with rolls.
Ugh, that sucks. Alright, so you use your action, bonus action, and you just moved slightly. Anything else?
That's it.
Alright. Alessandro, you have an actual thing easier to focus on for an attack, but you have allies trapped in it. What are you doing?
So tempted to just thunderwave the whole thing.
With all the allies inside.
Yeah, see, I was going to cast Tidal Wave. I had the same thoughts. Then I was like, oh, wait. That would hit everybody.
Mm-hmm. And they would all travel together. It wouldn't pull them apart, so...
Exactly. I was like, this won't wash it away.
Let's see... Yeah, I can't teleport other people. So... Alright, I guess I will just cast a couple spells then. Let's do... I will hex the cube. I heard you roll something.
Don't worry, I forgot to roll something earlier.
And then, let's see. Why is that not? Weird.
I love how my phone is just warning me about a thunderstorm. It's like that moment in Mean Girls where it's just like there's a 90% chance that it's raining right now. Oh,
And on that, okay. Oh, it's actually right next to me.
yep.
I don't want to stab this thing. I also don't want to move away from it and give it an attack of opportunities, but I guess I will try stabbing it, see if that works.
Right, go ahead and stab it. Well, that hits. All right. You go ahead and you pierce through it, and it's just kind of like swish. You know you're doing damage to it. It's just, yeah. It's gunk. It's goo.
He's sticky.
But you did do damage, and it seems like you did your full damage this time. Where did you stab in? Where did you stab at it? Just right where you were standing before?
Yeah.
Okay. Lucid, there was a rapier that got just a little close. Lucid is typing. Oh gosh. Anything else, Synzin?
Nope, that's action, bonus action, and move.
Alright. Noche, you have this big blob that is in the way of your allies. You see two of your allies that are stuck inside of it. What are you doing?
What ice moves I got left?
Let's see. You are able to cast. So you're able to cast Ice Knife again. But it would require you to use a spell slot this time. You still have your Armor of Agathist, so you can give yourself temporary hit points. I'm trying to find the actual list of ice spells. I wrote it down, but I'm trying to find it.
I thought he got Ice Storm too, but that might be too high a level.
Let's see here. Yeah, Ice Storm would have been too high of a level. I think he did get a level 2 ice spell though. But I'm trying to find my list. That's driving me nuts.
Give me a second.
Let's see.
But
Oh, I gave
he
him
got
Snowball Storm, if I recall.
You gave him Shape Water, Crate Destroy Water, Water Breathing, Water...
Nope, that's the
me.
Water Gem.
Oh yeah, that's the Water Gem. Oh, yeah.
So
me.
he has Ice Knife. He also has Snowball Swarm as well as another spell. And he also has
Sure,
Sleet
that one?
Storm. Snowball Storm?
Yeah,
I'll
it's
try to help you
Storm.
out. So Snowball.
I'm not gonna lie, when I hear Snowball Storm, I'm just imagining that Noje just makes a couple a different two like clones of himself and they just started eating snowballs out of nowhere.
So basically, a flurry of magic snowballs erupts. So yeah, you just shoot off a bunch of snowballs, and it's in a 5-foot radius sphere centered on that point. So if you do that 5-foot radius sphere, you can try to target a point that is not within that sphere where your allies are in, because this thing is large. It takes up 4 squares. So I will allow you to aim it at a spot where it's getting hit, where your allies aren't.
Okay.
The creature will take 3d6 cold damage on a failed save, and they have to make a dex saving throw.
Okay.
Do you have Ray of Frost loaded in your
Your
weapon?
knife.
Oh.
Because you could cast Ray of Frost, and then on your next turns you could be slashing at it with an ice blade.
I do. I just thought I had the fire one. Okay.
No, you have
so-
3. It was the Firebolt, the Mage Hand, and I don't know what your third one was.
You guys gave him a lot more than just that, though, because you ended up crafting a bunch. So he does have Ray of Frost, if I believe. If I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
it's just whatever. It's just what he has loaded in it because he can only load 3 at a time.
Yeah, so I don't remember
I-
which ones you loaded in.
I think because we were talking about like how fire and ice was going to be a big deal for the next two fights, if I remember. I
Mhm.
should have that one loaded in.
I will allow it, since you guys did have prior knowledge that ice would be effective thanks to your scout.
It's also been a month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I will allow you to cast Ray of Frost. That would be another, just you're only doing that one spell attack, but then next round you'll be able to slash at it with your sword, and it'll be ice.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
make an attack roll, just roll a d20, because I don't think we have Ray of Frost set up on your character sheet. Alright, that's a hit with your bonuses. Alright, and then Ray of Frost is 1d6, if I recall?
No, at 5th level it would be 2d8.
2d8. So roll 2d8. Alright, 5 more cold damage on this thing. As you go ahead and you shoot Ray of Frost at it, all of a sudden you're seeing the one point that you shot at it suddenly start to harden and whatnot. Thankfully, none of your allies are getting hardened in it.
Its movement is also reduced by 10 feet.
Very important for me to know. Thank you for that reminder. Alright, anything else that you're doing then? Any bonus actions, Noche?
I don't think I can do a bonus action. I'm slashing, but
I think you have a bonus action spell called Bless if you really wanted to cast that.
let me see. That's some of my half of my stuff is not even showing up on my character sheet. So
No.
I have the bless spell in my sheet, so I can take a look at it for you real quick.
Bless is not a bonus action.
Oh, it's
no,
not a
bless
bonus
is not
action.
a bless is
I'm
a
an
No.
bonus
idiot.
action.
My apologies.
This is bless.
Yeah. Okay. So
my
no,
apologies.
that's my usual plus thing. No, that is not.
Man, why did I think Bless was a bonus action? I'm an idiot.
I have no idea.
Not
I'm
even here.
tired, obviously. Alright.
So
Okay.
bonus action spells for him would be like, I think Divine Favor is a bonus action.
Shield of Faith, I think he also gets.
Yeah.
That's not a
Shield
bonus
of Faith
action.
isn't a bonus. That's
It isn't a
concentration
bonus action?
spell.
God damn.
Nope.
I don't know my spells very well.
Nope.
Because I have that as well.
Yeah. I don't have.
No,
Oh,
it
it
says
is a
here,
bonus action.
Shield
I'm
of Faith is a
sorry.
bonus action. I was right. I want apologies.
I will.
All your other
not.
mistakes? No, I'm good.
D4 is set in front of your bedroom door when you go to bed tonight.
That's okay. I know how to make actual caltrops.
So, otherwise, then, moving forward, then, so Lucid, you have to make a strength saving throw to get out of this. If you don't, you take more damage. All right, so Lucid, you go ahead. You're like feeling all this stuff burn and sizzle your skin and whatnot, and you just kind of try to force your way out, and yes, you are able to get yourself out of it. You are no longer inside of it. However, that did take an action. What do? You still have more movement and a bonus action.
I don't want to touch it at all. I'm gonna throw ice at it, and then
You already had to use your action to get
yeah,
out,
I use that.
so you can
Okay.
only use a bonus action and movement.
Damn. If I move, it's an opportunity of attack.
You can burn a key point to disengage so that you don't get attacked.
True. Yeah, I'll burn one key point for disengage. It's 1 point, right? For disengage.
Yep, 1 point to disengage.
All right. And then I will take a quick step back. Just a little personal space. Wait, actually, hold on. Let me look at the map real quick. Okay. Yeah, I kind of will take a step right here. There we
Okay.
go. Alrighty. And now will be my turn.
All right.
Did you lose your temporary HP from the thing?
Yep.
Okay, roll your d6. And then add 5.
And then another 9, basically. Okay. Alrighty.
All right. That gets us to Say. Say, what are you doing?
I shall. Can I go to here right now? Like, is there enough space for me to go through? Making sure.
Basically, there's just something that's there's this big blob of goo that's blocking the way for you to kind of go through the opening. But you can move around it if you really want.
This probably might sting, huh?
If you dive right into it, I will be having you take damage. Yes.
Yeah. But I believe Bitsy is basically blocking it, right?
Yes, it's basically blocking the way. You also have the Phoenix trapped inside of it currently.
Quick question. I think you said about there's like gas or something?
That was in the tunnels.
Yeah, I thought the source was from here. Is that that?
Yeah, so the source is in here. It's so the majority of the black gunk was in this room. The rest of it outside of it was already kind of frozen because it was too cold out there.
Hmm. Man, I'm useless. Holy shit.
And you can
I
try
mean,
hacking at it with your knives.
Yeah, that's
you
the only
do
thing.
have-
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think to do. But otherwise, yeah, I don't really have much. So yeah, I'll do it. I'll do my knife.
All right, go ahead and attack.
A knife? No.
That's
16.
a hit.
10.
10. Hold on. I can't see the modifiers. What'd you get for your 2 dice rolls?
A 2 and a 3.
A 2 and a 3. Okay. Oh, too bad you didn't get max damage. I'm waiting for when you get the
Max damage?
Continuing to when you get the max damage, you keep rolling.
Yeah, I do have one more
Alright,
attack,
cool.
so
Yeah, go for it.
10.
Okay, and 10 just barely hits.
11. I got
Alright.
one max one, but that's it.
Ah, so close. All right. Anything else?
No, I can't really do much else.
Okay. That gets us to the Phoenix.
Phenix.
And it's going to have to try to make an athletics check to get out of there. It got a natural 20. God damn it.
What?
It just flies out, you hear it shout, "You can't contain me!" And he starts... and he actually just flies away from it. He has flyby, so he doesn't get opportunity attacks. So he just flies away from it.
Loser.
All right, and then that gets us to the goo. All right, the goo is going to go ahead. You see it try to move towards... Let's see. Person that did the actual most damage to it last round, I think, was actually Say.
What?
You dealt 21 to it total.
Yeah. So it moves towards you.
Oh.
Make a dex save.
Synzin's.
So Say needs to make a dex save.
22.
All right. You see this thing move towards you, you just jump backwards because you saw what happened last time somebody got engulfed.
Hell no. I found it.
And then next thing here, there's a bunch of black gunk shut off from the wall at... the Phoenix.
Oh, did the Phoenix get its temporary HP back?
No, I did not roll for that. My apologies. All right. We get 7 back. All right. And then Black Gunk is shot at the Phoenix again, though. Phoenix dodges it. There's some more Black Gunk that is shot at Jasper.
Mm-hmm.
That is an 18 to hit. I don't think that hits you, though.
My AC is 18.
Oh, it does hit you, then.
Hmm.
All right. So then you take Oh, that's not too bad. Right. You
How
take a
much?
total of 10 points of damage.
Okay, and I have to make a concentration check.
Yep. So roll a con save.
10.
10. I think that's a fail.
No, that's a success.
That is a success.
It-
He has to roll higher than the damage, I thought.
No.
Or am I remembering wrong?
So it is 10 or any damage he takes over, I think it was it 10 or 20?
I mean, if we want to get technical, I only lost 8 temporary HP, and so I only technically took 2 damage.
I will say
Exactly.
you're fine. So you've maintained concentration. All right. Then that gets us to Jasper. Then, what are you doing?
Alright. So, first I'm going to use bonus action to heal Lucid by 2d6.
Okay. So it's DC 10 or half the damage you take, whichever is higher. So until you get over 20 damage in one hit, it is 10.
Gotcha. So he just barely passes it.
So I'm healed for 3, basically?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm sorry I rolled so low on that.
Was that a
Oh, no,
spell
you're
effect?
good.
That was
Was
the
that a
effect of my
spell?
Aura Vitality.
Was that a spell that you cast? Or is it a...
It's I mean, Aura Vitality is a spell that I cast like the turn after I set up my Twilight Sanctuary.
Tell you what, I will allow it to work for the sake of your Bardic Inspiration die if you want to add another roll of healing, because that's
Um,
what I was
that's-
asking about.
I'm almost at
That's
full health.
not what I was going to do. with
Okay.
Bardic Inspiration. Shit, I pressed the wrong button. I'm trying to. I always forget which button lets me check the thing before sending it out.
Okay, so
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to use Tidal Wave, and I'm going to have it start here and push. I need. I'm going to have it start here. And, oh my god, why?
I get what you're
Fine,
trying to
okay.
do. So you're having it.
Yeah, it's going to go
that
this
way.
way.
Okay.
Yes.
So it shouldn't hit any of your allies. I was like, oh my god, are you about to hit your allies?
Yeah, no, I
Okay.
was trying to double check like what the minimum and maximum like size is. So it's like this little wave just curls up out of nowhere and just boom.
All right, so it has to make
Slams
a dex
into it.
save. It fails.
So,
So
how
then-
much?
On a failure, it takes 48 bludgeoning damage and is knocked prone.
So 48,
Yep.
20.
Jesus.
I found that to you.
Oh my
Um,
gosh. Alright, and then I have to double check. I don't think it is immune to prone, though. So you just have this water rush over it, and it is not knocked prone.
Yep, it unfortunately does not push it anywhere.
Nope. But you did do
But
a
did it?
good amount of damage on it. It's looking bad.
And there's water around it now. So, that's my turn, and then I'm going to roll my d6
Alright.
and
That gets
get
us to Alessandro as well, then.
my temporary hit points.
Okay. I'm just gonna try and finish it off. So I'm gonna curse it again and use the step up. And I will use Mobile Flourish. And hopefully I hit.
Alright, make an attack roll. Well, that's a hit.
Okay. Then, yeah, let's try this.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yikes.
Synzin,
What?
I hate you so much. You did the exact amount of health this thing had left.
You're welcome.
I hate you so much. How do you finish? How do you end this?
So, I used Mobile Flourish and I hexed it twice. So, it blasts into chunks going directly away from me, so diagonally. And the chunks begin bubbling and melting into pools of white fire
Ooh, cool.
before dissipating.
All right. With that, then, guys, combat is officially done. Things settle down as you've taken out this black gunk. The majority of it is off of the walls, it seems. The mass majority of it had to gather to build itself into that dense glob. You see the flames, however, start to go even more intense around the Phenix. Because literally on this round, it's evolving again. That is the role that's the role that I was doing that you were like, I heard that roll, Eric. So it evolves again. It's now large size.
I completely forgot to use my inspiration die to boost the damage from my tidal wave spell.
Would have made it even easier for Synzin to kill it.
This-
When you have all of your curses on that thing, just one attack is deadly.
Yeah, just wait until I have 2 attacks.
I hate you. Speaking of, you guys level up, so
Ooh.
so we can walk through that later if you wish. But yeah,
Yes.
so as you guys go ahead and you finish this thing off, you guys can see that the Phoenix is free from its capture here. It's just kind of pecking at any of the remnants of black goo that it sees, and you just kind of see it turn to ice for any other remaining bits. Eventually, you end up actually hearing it just kind of roar out in victory, except for, say, you actually hear it say in a rather adult voice now, just, die, you miserable cur.
Say, would you mind asking it if it's injured anywhere or needs healing?
Yeah, I'll ask if he's okay. If it's okay. Oop, shit.
It nods and says, "Yes, I'm fine."
Okay.
Good.
As you guys go ahead and you have finished off what was here, all of a sudden, the room starts to rumble. The ceiling starts to fall in above you guys as
Nice.
chunks break free with a roar that vibrates your bones. You hear the splash and sizzle of the wall sinking into the lava pit below, and which releases a black smoke that seems to disappear through a new hole that is in the ceiling. Sunbeams shine through the opening into the den here. And the Phoenix just screeches out in victory yet again as it shouts, as you hear, say, "An opening, freedom at last."
And it just swoops up.
Yeah, basically, like, it'll start flying away at this point.
Bye!
Bye.
Stay
So
safe
it's-
out there. It's fucking-
So, yeah, it literally goes flying away. As you guys do see it flying away, though, all of a sudden, there is, however, a long blue feather starts to fall down, and it lands in your hand, say.
I'll just put it into my inventory. I got a blue feather. Yeah. How do I say? Should we get out of here right now, to say the least?
As
Probably
you guys
before
are,
the place starts collapsing.
Yeah.
as you guys do, however, are talking about heading out and everything. As you guys are talking about heading out, you do suddenly remember, oh, the professor did say that if we gathered anything like from the Phoenix, like eggshells or feathers or whatnot, we could bring them back to him for a reward.
Oh,
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Is the room currently collapsing in on us?
like quickly.
Investigation check.
I'm going to cast Guidance.
All right. And then, Synzin, you're casting Detect Magic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The feather is magical.
Ten.
All right. It
Investigate.
doesn't seem like cave is crumbling right now.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, the big muscly types can work on dragging what's left of the egg out.
Yeah, I believe the egg is like around here.
Yeah, so I would say, like, you guys go ahead. If you're wanting to gather up the eggshell pieces, it's not a problem at all. There is a total of, let's see. There's actually about, like, 10 big pieces of eggshell around that you can easily gather up.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
So,
we
yeah.
can do that.
I'll just get it then. Besides, it shouldn't be too big. Sorry, what?
I recommend you hold on to the Phoenix feather, though, and don't give it to the professor.
Give me other investigation checks, though, as well, guys.
Oh, sure.
Sure, I'll cast Guidance again.
And this is for everybody. Everybody can do an investigation check.
Yikes.
$14 for me.
Jasper, as you're going around and you're looking, you are picking up eggshells. You also notice something shimmering a little bit inside some of the remaining black goo.
I would like to approach it and see what it is.
Go for it. Same for you, Alessandro. You are also noticing in one of the black goo there's something shimmering in there.
Take a look.
You guys both end up finding what appears to be some sort of gem, likely a diamond.
Okay, I'll pick it up.
Same thing for you, Alessandro. You found a diamond as well in the black ichor. Or goo, or whatever you want to call it. Alright.
Sweet.
Otherwise, yeah. It seems like as you guys are continuing to collect, it doesn't seem like this dungeon is actually falling apart. Seems like overall what you guys have discovered was actually just a really massive creature that took residence inside of a cavern.
Okay, then.
So, area is not falling apart for a change. It's a nice change of pace that you don't have to run for your lives.
Yes, considering your fondness for having things collapse on my head.
Now, hey, not all dungeons are trying to automatically kill you as you try to finish them. I have to keep you guys on your toes.
You have to start wearing a freaking hard hat.
Alessandro's just like, oh, finally a dungeon that isn't trying to kill us as we complete it. It's...
So they were telling the truth.
Because, yeah, you were like, I thought there was more time.
Yeah, because I had been told all up and down that, oh no, dungeons don't collapse right away, and then all of the dungeons I was in collapsed right away.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, so you guys, is there anything you want to do in particular in the cavern as you are heading out?
We already went through their little camp. No, not really.
Okay. So, you guys go ahead. You
I'm going to begin forging the One Ring.
forge the one.
We're going to sit you down.
So, you guys go ahead. You start heading out. Once you get back outside, you do see the professor. Oh, see if I can pull up my images for leaving the actual cave now again, if I still have that up and ready to go.
By the way, anyone who had temporary hit points, those are gone.
Yep, all the temporary hit points gone. Ah, here we go. Back at the entrance of the cave. You see the professor, seeing that you guys have all come out alive, and you see him just kind of run up to all of you. Oh, I ended up seeing it flying out of the cavern itself. What a majestic creature that was. Did you get a chance to see it? Did you get anything?
Yeah, we got these eggshells. Bring up the eggshell that the Phoenix came from.
What happened to that there southern accent you had before?
The DM suddenly forgot about that and just realized it right away as he was saying it earlier. That he had that southern drawl that, just how he always talked.
A quick drink of sweet tea and he turns southern again.
Yeah, he just suddenly drinks his tea, clears his throat. He just starts talking with a southern accent again. My apologies. I completely forgot. My apologies. Was there anything that you ended up finding?
Just the eggshells.
Oh,
And
eggshells.
And, a gelatinous cube that tried to kill us.
I'm gonna have him roll. What is that? I don't rightly know what that is.
Don't worry about it. It just know that it's like a big cube made out of jello that it will eat you. Dissolve your bone.
Well, that ain't the jello I know, but...
It's the closest analogy I could come up with.
But, shells. May I perhaps see the shells?
Thing.
Yeah, so you go ahead, you show him the shells. He is extremely excited. immediately he's just pulling out gold coins and just handing you guys money for each eggshell piece. You guys gave him all 10?
Maybe. I don't know if we could use those for something or not.
Not that I know of.
So, I'll leave that decision up to say.
Keeping the feather or not?
No, the eggshells. How many we're giving him out of the 10? As far as we know, we can't use them for anything.
Let's split it even. 5-5.
So you want
Okay.
to take 5, give him 5?
Yeah.
All right. So he gives you 750 gold pieces for the eggshells that you give him.
And that's divided by 5 is, let me
So
put on my back
150
calculator.
So 150 gold pieces each.
Not too bad, I would say.
Wait, did you say 750 each, like per person?
No, 150
150
each.
each.
Okay.
So 150 each you guys get. You gave him only 5, so he gives you 750 in total.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's not part of our reward that we have to fork over as, like, the fee, right?
Nope, not at all.
Alright. So I'll just go ahead and add that.
Not too bad amount.
Well, I promise to remember all your names so that then I can put you into my paper and whatnot.
We appreciate that.
Oh, I looked around to see if find the 3 little... Yeah, the 3 Scrooges.
You do not see them.
Oh, but they will be fine at least.
Are you looking for something?
No, don't worry about it. You know, just... Not where we will run to 3 strange little Scrooge.
He looks at you very confused.
Don't worry about it.
Well, thank you all kindly for your assistance in this matter. I have so much more to add to my paper. Thank you all so much. He goes ahead and makes sure that he hands you a piece of paper that states that you had completed the job as the voucher for getting the full payment for the job as well.
Thank you.
They'll end up taking that out of my funds.
Right. Shall we head back?
Oh, sure.
So, you guys go ahead and you part ways with the professor, completing your job, and you head on out. For the job itself, just so that you guys can actually start calculating out how much that you end up having to give for that job. The voucher itself, double checking my prices for this. Where's my job prices again? Here we go. That'll be for the actual job itself, will be about 8,000 gold pieces.
1,000, and then we have to give 5%. So that means 400 of that has to go to the caravan, and then we also have to pay
The scout as well.
the scout. I don't remember what his price was.
I believe we ended up having his, if I remember my notes correctly, his is see, scouts tend to get a decent amount of the actual money too.
It was like 10%, right?
Yeah, 10%.
So he would get 800. So 1,000 minus 1,200, not 12,000. So that leaves us with 6,800 pieces to split amongst ourselves. So divide that by 5, and we each get 1,360 gold pieces. If I did my math right.
1,300 and what?
1,360 GP each.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then you also already had the plus the 150 if you have not put that in for the eggshells.
So the total of 1510.
Total of, yes, 1510.
That's
All right.
17. 30.
Okay.
Pretty healthy amount.
Yeah, that's a pretty good deal. I went ahead and just added it to my thing.
Yep, that's reasonable, just so that then we get that done quite quickly here. However, as you guys are traveling back, I'll say again, it takes about a couple of days for you guys to get back to the caravan. Once you get back here, say...
Yeah.
At some point, you're kind of wanting to reminisce and look back at the feather and whatnot. And you actually cannot find it in the spot that you placed it, though. There is something else now.
The heck?
The feather seems to have curled up, and now it is a ring that looks like a feather.
Ooh, pretty.
Didn't anticipate that, but I'll take it.
And again, earlier, Synzin had cast Detect Magic. It is magical.
Yeah.
So, are you saying here so we can identify it?
Yeah, I would give this and see if you can identify what it is.
So Synzin goes ahead, casts Identify, or Alessandro casts Identify. Alright, hold on. Have to find it in here again. Here we go. So you go ahead and you focus on the ring itself. And you guys have the following ring now. It is a ring of Phenix rebirth. If you would die while wearing this ring, you instead explode in a blinding burst of fire. You regain 66 hit points, and each hostile creature within 10 feet of you must make a DC 13 Dex saving throw, and will take half of what you rolled for hit points as damage if they fail. So you roll 66, that's how much that you regain.
And it's a one-time
Pause
use,
66.
right?
Double check. It says once this effect occurs, it can't be used again until the following dawn. So it works once a day for...
Wow. Okay.
You guys get a free rebirth once a day.
That's pretty good.
I'm gonna hate you guys having that ring, because it'd be like, well, I purposely die and do 66 damage.
I stabbed
You're
myself
the
in
one
the
who gave
heart.
it to us.
But yeah, it does 66 damage of fire damage, heals you 66, and you get that once a day for free. So whoever wants to wear that ring, by all means, figure it out.
I vote Nico. Or Sai.
I mean, I don't mind it. I don't mind taking it, but I don't know. But I think it's mainly because I'm probably the least HP, if that may be lucid.
You also get into close fights when you're a long range fighter.
I get to stuff, so it's not like I'm only long range, but yeah.
I mean, you can fight long or close. It's just you have the lowest AC and the lowest health.
Oh my god. Oh,
All right, so
quick question, Eric. Sorry.
Blue Rhythms, Synzin, are you guys fine with Niku having the ring?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yep.
Rhythms? And he lost. Okay. Actually, quick question to Eric about the ring.
Yeah.
Let's say an ally got fucking car. Sorry.
What the?
The car. It was a car beep. Let's say an ally got in the crossfire when it unleashed. Does it state anything about that? But if
Yeah, allies will also have to make the deck save.
allies have to make specs too. Okay, got it.
Yep. You become a mini fireball.
Read that again, Eric.
Double check.
I believe it said hostile creatures.
I'll double check just to make sure. Maybe I was misremembering. Yeah, each hostile creature. My apologies. So yeah, each hostile creature within 10 feet. Nope, it doesn't hurt your allies.
So allies
It's a
doesn't
really
get
good
affected.
item.
Okay.
God damn it. I'll type that up and make sure that it's in your character sheet.
Yippee! Thank you.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
Do-do-do-do. I got the Phenix ring.
You get self-destruct.
Yeah.
Basically.
Boom!
Alright.
Wait, I'm kind
Also,
of curious how this works better. But listen.
that's fine. So, you guys have a couple of days of travel. Nothing really happens during your guys' travel, though. Is there anything in particular people would like to do during this time while traveling?
I like to test off my calling thing that I have. The portal stone.
Your sending stone?
I want to test it.
Okay, who are you calling?
I want to call Maru. I want to know what he's doing.
Did you get his rune?
Looks at Jasper. Jasper did.
True. So I will say then, yeah, if you guys did, yes, you can test out the rune and see if it works.
So yeah, I want to test out and try calling the man.
So you
Go
go ahead
for
and
it.
call. You basically have to send your own message when you're calling. So it's like you pull out the phone, kind of, but you're talking
Oh.
right away.
Oh no, the sending stone is an earring.
It's an earring, that's right. So you have your
There you go.
earring, you go ahead and you press on it, and you get to say whatever you want to say to that person.
Maru, I got a stone. Because I remember it only works a certain amount of words.
Yeah, at a time, yeah.
That's the first message. Let's see if it worked. I send that.
You get a response back. Oh, well, that makes it easier to reach you.
Are you okay? It's just the most innocent voice ever. It's like, are you okay?
I'm good. I'm in the middle of a job right now.
Oh, okay. Be safe. Sadly.
Don't have to tell me twice. You be safe too.
It works! Okay, I'm happy. I'm satisfied.
Yippee!
Wait, can I call another person, or is it like one per day?
So it basically works like it's you can like for sending stones. Double check on my rules for this. It's like sending stone 5e and how they function. So you can only use that once a day until dawn.
Okay. Alright, then I am satisfied.
So yeah, you can cast it once a day to have a quick conversation with people.
I am satisfied.
All right. Otherwise, from there, If there's nothing else that you guys do eventually get back. You put you go ahead and you make your payments to Litfield. You make your payments to your scout. You guys have some downtime here in town. At least you would. Except one day, while you guys are trying to get a couple of things done in town here, one of you stayed back at the actual wagon. And for this one, I got Noche, actually. So, Rhythms, you there? He must be away taking care of Virgil. It's fine. I'm going to go with then for re-rolling here. What?
Nothing. Sorry.
That's fine. Re-roll again. Oh, all right. I ended up getting Lucid on this one.
Damn. I was gonna mention myself, and I'm like, oh, I got picked.
Yep, I'm rolled randomly. It's fine. So, you were at the actual wagon itself while everybody was out and about doing different things.
Yeah.
And you end up actually having a knock at the wagon door.
Who is it?
I have a delivery here for the Huskers.
Oh, yay. Okay, let me go see it.
So
You
you go ahead. Do you open the door and everything?
Yep.
Okay. So you go ahead, you open up the door, and you end up seeing a rather slim feline. She has her hair tied up in a ponytail. She seems to just be wearing like jogging clothes and whatnot. But she does actually have like a mail parcel bag in hand, and she goes ahead and hands it to you.
Thank you? Question mark?
She just gives you a letter. You're welcome.
I have a question for you, miss.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't happen to have the rune of a certain bard person by any chance? I got the stone thing that lets me call people, and I would appreciate it if I had that. You never know. Importance.
You want my number?
No! I want... Oh. Actually, never mind. I'll just ask him myself. You have a good day, man.
You as well. Bye. And she just goes ahead and she runs off incredibly fast.
Jesus Christ.
Like, you know how fast you run? She was, like, running twice that.
Jesus. I mean, that's impressive, but damn.
You go ahead and you look at the letter itself, and it says that it's just a letter. Seems to have a stamp on the back of it for the wax seal. It says that is from a T. Nilf Kelko.
Say that again?
I'll go ahead and I'll put it in the chat.
Sorry, the way how you said it, I was thinking something completely different.
Nilf Kelko.
Timilf.
Find out if they're blue.
Nilf Kelko.
Okay. Alright, it's Nilf. Okay, I was thinking something completely different.
Nilf Kelko.
Yeah, that N sounded really close to an
It sounded
M.
close to an M. That's why I was like,
sorry.
yeah, that's why I'm just like, repeat yourself, please. I want to make sure I'm hearing this correctly. But okay. Timilf Coco, never heard of that. Okay. Okay.
So you go ahead and you open up the letter, I assume, then?
Yep, I have to read. I gotta know what's going on.
Alright. So, you get the following message on here. Hello, Delvers. Hope you're doing okay and that things have been rolling along on your end. I wanted to request your assistance. I run a small shop and two of my employees, Iskander and Devin, have gone missing. I'm reporting the incident to the guards, but they haven't been able to help. I thought perhaps I would have better luck with some Delvers. You then end up seeing this really weird statement afterwards. after that one paragraph. So I'm going to put that in the chat here. It seems like it's utter gibberish, and it makes absolutely no sense.
If only it was cursed language, I would be able to read that shit.
It is not.
Sadly.
It continues there. I really need to find them. After all, I've got something I've been working on and it has potential. But to be honest, I could really use someone in my corner who gets it. Someone who's sharp, steady, and maybe even willing to explore doing something together. There's a long space between that paragraph and the next one. Then it goes ahead and says, I'm not asking for a handout or anything like that. I'm of course willing to pay for your services. Please respond as soon as possible to negotiate a price. I don't know how much you charge. And then you see take care, and then to Nilf Kelko. You also see a weird drawing in the corner that looks to be in the shape of a, like, kind of hard to tell. Give me a nature check.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay.
It's a very poorly drawn kind of shape of a head. It's really hard to tell. Maybe it's just like a very cartoony gesture. It doesn't really make any sense.
I'm just gonna let Alessandro read it. This is more his forte.
So eventually, Alessandro gets back.
Do you know this language? This language in this awkward drawing that looked like a 2-year-old drew it.
So Alessandro, weird thing happens though. He points at a specific spot on the page saying, do you understand this? And it looks like he's just pointing at a blank part on the piece of paper.
Oh shit, don't tell me I'm the only one who can see it.
I can't see anything. Try writing it out.
Oh, honey, it's gonna look like shit. Also, as much as I'm gonna freaking hate it, what is my today curse? Because you forgot to do that for today.
Oh, thank you for the
As
reminder.
much as I hate it.
Alright.
He gets a very fashionable afro.
Number 58. What is that one?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Gotta pull it up. Scrolling.
Oh, Jesus, okay.
So I'm gonna say you realized this before you touched the letter. Every time you touch something that is flammable with your hands, it starts on fire.
Oh, that reminds me. What's his little thing for the day?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Every
that's
time
what it
he
is.
touches
Every time I
something today, it can catch on fire if it's flammable.
Oh,
Oh, that's
don't
actually
yep.
the
touch
worst.
flagon.
Yep.
That's
So
actually the worst thing.
So anything that's been flammable, you've been avoiding all day to touch with your bare hands. You had to use like weird utensils to kind of open up the letter.
Ooh. Though it does give me an idea.
Oh no.
Hey, Synzin, you want a high five? High five. Sin, high five. Jasper,
No.
high five.
I'm not there right now.
Oh, I know, but just imagine the minute you show up. High five! Oh, this is
my
the best
God.
thing ever. But
You know I can waterboard you, right? At will.
Yeah. But then water turned to steam. Oh, we should test it out. Like water can turn
Oh
into
my
steam.
god.
But anyway,
So you go
Um,
ahead and you write it out for him.
I will try to write it out in horrible language. Do I need to do a roll for that?
No, you're able to write it out, although your penmanship is a bit shaky because of the sheer fact that you're trying not to set stuff on fire.
Yeah.
But yes, you end up seeing the following that he ends up seeing on the page that I put in the chat.
Oh, perfect. So yeah, can you read that or no?
Didn't you guys say you were friends with someone named Flint?
Yeah. Yeah. We're friends with somebody named Flint.
Okay. Well, they're in and over their head and want us to meet them in Louvain.
How fun.
Didn't even ask me any questions, Synzin, and you figured out that this was an anagram. I fucking hate that you figured that out so quickly. Tenilf is an anagram of Flint.
Okay, now that
Sorry,
you
Eric.
say it, I realize that all the words are written backwards or jumbled.
Yep,
I see it.
they're all
Oh.
an anagram. I'm in over my head. Please
Please come see me in Louvain.
Yep, Louvain.
Very well. If that's
I
what
will
we
go
got.
ahead and I will give you the other messages then, because here's the thing. You only see one sentence. You go ahead and you show it to the next person. So Jasper, you would have ended up getting something where the little cartoon, you'd end up seeing in the word bubble, there'd be a word bubble written by the actual cartoon head. You'd also see a gun in the hand of the little cartoon. And it says, "My name is the key to the. My name is the key." So he would have. It was the hint to get you to realize his name is an anagram. Other things are anagrams.
Okay.
Yes, but Synzin, being the smartass he is, figured out it was an anagram instantaneously.
I mean, I also ruined your puzzle for Humblewood, so...
Stop ruining all my puzzles. So here's the next one then for you guys to figure out. This one would have been the one that Say would have been able to see.
What the fuck?
Go to
Go to
something.
T.
Give you guys a chance to figure it out for a while. If you need some hints, you can
Go
do
to
some rolls.
Olive. Olive, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The really long word that starts with the U is throwing me.
I'm not curious what the fucking eat is.
Where?
So instead of eat, what's an anagram of eat?
T.
Yeah, that's like the only thing I can guess.
Eight.
T or 8.
It's either T or 8. House. So it's a tea house. Order the Mabu? Bamboo? Bamboo tea with a lemon wedge and a side of apples.
You got it.
Yeah, I still don't know what the long ass word that starts with the U is though. Like I cannot figure that one out. It's
That's
someone.
fine.
It's
Give
the name of
me-
the business.
Yep, so give me an investigation check and I will help you guys out with that one in particular. Because I knew
Okay.
that one was going to be like almost impossible to get.
And I will cast guidance. So
You got it.
17.
So you got 17. All right. Let me pull up the name. I love the fact. I still love the fact, Synzin, that I didn't even need to give any hints or clues. You're just like, it's an anagram.
Yep.
You know how hard it was for me to figure out an anagram and just do it? It's just such a tedious thing.
Really?
It's just annoying having to
You
type
could
it
have
all
just
out.
you could have just thrown your sentence into ChatGPT and told it to turn it into an anagram.
I tried it, and it was actually not. It was like moving all the letters around within the sentence and made like words that didn't make any sense.
What?
Yeah, I totally screwed up on doing that. Okay, so
For that, you would have to. Well, you could still do something similar to that. You would just turn it into a cipher.
I was considering a cipher, but that would have taken more time.
Those are really difficult in D&D games.
It's a lot easier to do that if it's in person too, for me to be able to like. I didn't have the time this week to be able to create a full cipher. That is what it is.
Oh god, that is certainly a name.
Yep, Olive Cornetti's Tea House.
Okay, I'm just gonna write that down in my notes.
Yep. And then I might as well give you the very last part of the note as well.
Okay.
So there's the last message. This one would have been the one that only would be the only one that Noche would have been able to read.
I know what it says, but feel free to give it a shot. Somebody else. No?
I'm still working on it.
Oh, okay.
Please, I really need my friends.
Yep,
There you go.
you got it. So it seems that, yep, you guys have a mission that is for Flint. However, why is he being so secretive?
Well, obviously he's in trouble. And
Well,
it probably has something to do with his brother, so, you know.
I'm off to learn more about Louvain.
You're what?
I'm going to go talk to the other people in this great big well-traveled town about Louvain and this tea house. See what I can learn about them.
All right. So you go ahead, you go around and start asking about that. Give me a persuasion check. There's not really a point in me asking. It's just to see how well you do.
I mean, that was just an average roll for me.
I hate how that's just an average roll for you. All right. So let me find the tea house. Not find it in minutes. Here we go. All right. So from what you can actually get for information about the tea house, is that it is in Louvain. Louvain is like one of the biggest, is actually the main capital of the Kingdom of Alamance. So you guys have to travel back up north. You know that this isn't an actual tea house. You'll actually know it because you'll actually be able to easily spot it because it has the depiction of a rabbit fashionista as part of the you have a rabbit fashionista that's actually etched into the actual sign for it. The shutters and the roof shingles are painted white with faint blushes of pink. So it's very easy to spot.
You said it's not actually a tea house?
It is an actual tea house.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so it is an actual tea house.
It's not a euphemism for something else.
No, it is not.
Cool.
However, with the majority of your conversations, other people are talking about the Twisted Whiskers instead.
Why?
Because it is the #1 burlesque parlor.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so others are they're more so interested in that for your conversations.
I mean, they are adventurers. Most adventurers like to spend their coin on, drink and horizontal dancing.
Mm-hmm. But overall, you do have a lot of them have mentioned the tea house itself being a great place to get a nice little breakfast.
All right, guys, let's get
Nothing comes
brunch.
across as being shady about the place, though.
Hey, Ocean.
But yeah,
How you doing?
otherwise, that's all I really had for today's session, is just to get you guys started up for the next adventure and finishing off that fight.
Is there any prep that you guys want to do before we go to Louvain?
Yeah, there's a few things I want to do.
Okay.
I want to see if I can find a decanter of endless water.
I'm sorry?
I would like to see if I can find a decanter of endless water.
Okay. Where would you mainly like to go? Just the magic shop?
Yeah, any of the shops that might have it.
Sure. So the main magic shop that you're aware of, run by the Tiger and currently an assistant kobold, you'd be able
With
to go there.
Squarespace, you can do more than just build a website. You can build a business. Personal trainers
Let
and
me
private
pull up
chefs.
the charts and whatnot. All right. So overall, first off, who's at the counter for this one? All right. You hear a lot of bangs as you're kind of going into the shop again. You see that Dalen is at the front counter, though. Dalen is the Tiger at the front. Pardon the noise. Karn is busy again. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a decanter of endless water.
Decanter of endless water, you say?
Yes.
He just goes ahead and he's just looking through his registry for different items that they have in the shop currently at this time. We do indeed have one at this time. So let's see here. Decanter of endless water. Let's see. That is a uncommon item. Let me check my price, because I changed the prices in this game. Let's see. It is uncommon. Is permanent. Okay. Oh, I can sell that to you for about 450 gold pieces.
Cool. What else? Do you have any other interesting items?
Well, what are you in the market for?
Well, I'm looking for something that will let me. How do I put this? Just anything kind of interesting, like nothing in particular, just generally useful, a generally useful type of item.
Well, Karn made this one thing in particular that's really odd. I don't know why he made it. You go ahead and you see him just kind of rummage through some stuff behind his counter, and all of a sudden he puts out a small plushie of a bird out on the counter for you.
What does it do?
Well, he said that this is supposed to look like a rock, but looks like a bird to me.
I choose not to correct him on what a rock is.
But he told me that if you end up actually holding it and you just concentrate, you can fly.
Could be useful, but not really what I'm looking for. Oh, I know. What about something to improve my defense? Like make me harder to hit? Or my dexterity? Either one.
Let's see what we have in stock. So he goes ahead and he rummages through. Are you looking for something that just gives you more defense, or are you looking for something that has just different effects?
Either.
Well, we have your standard. We do have your standard slight magical enchantments for bonus defenses. Let's see here. I need to look up the prices or look up what it is again. Let's see. That is considered uncommon. He'd be able to give you a +1 shield for about 500 gold pieces.
No, I like the shield I have.
Are you looking, so perhaps not a shield, but armor?
I kind of like the armor I have currently too, so maybe maybe something that boosts my dexterity instead.
Let's see what I can find.
For a ring or a cloak.
Yeah, so like a ring or a cloak of some kind. See if I can come up with something here.
Although, if you can place enchantments on things, I have this stone that doesn't have anything on it that we could use.
Let's see here. Let's see. What's the stone that you're offering?
It's I think it's an emerald.
Emerald? The emerald we could definitely use to make payment towards it.
I was thinking we enchant it, but
Let's see here. He would be willing to sell you a ring of protection that he has.
what does that do?
Ring of protection gives you a +1 to your AC and a +1 to your saving throws.
How much?
Let's see. For the price of that, though, Cool. About 3,000 gold pieces.
Oh shit! I don't
Sorry, we
have
went from
that.
uncommon to rare. So
I don't have that much. Okay, we'll just take the decanter of endless water for now. And you said it was what, 450?
450.
Yep, I'll just fork that over.
Let's see. Well, there is a piece of armor that is interesting, if I could perhaps interest you in it.
Okay.
So he goes ahead and he pulls out a piece of half plate armor.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be well decorated. Has a lot of random scales attached to it as well. This armor is something else that Karn was working on. He says as long as you hold your breath, all of a sudden you will be lighter and quieter. So you'll no longer have. So while you're holding your breath, you will no longer have disadvantage on stealth checks.
I
But
already
also, but also, if you are holding your breath while falling, you actually have Featherfall cast on yourself.
Interesting. But I'll have to pass.
Very well. Puts the armor away.
But thank you for the decanter of endless water and your time and the interesting item.
Of course.
There is one last thing I want to do.
And what is that?
But that depends on if the Delvers of Erin are in town.
Ooh, good question. Delvers of Erin. They are not in town currently.
Okay. In that case, I will use my sending stone to send Trey a message letting him know that I have a really cool story to tell him when we meet up again, and and that we're going on a trip to, what was it called, Louvain, to help a friend of ours, and hope to see him soon.
Oh, you're off to Louvain. Travel safe. Can't wait to hear more stories from you. I have more stories to tell as well. See you. And he talked too long.
That's all I'm doing.
All right. Anything else, people?
I have to do my training with Coolin. I
All
gotta
right.
be a good espionage.
So you go ahead, you do continue some more of your training with Cullen in particular. He's telling you different stories that he experienced while he was at war during a lot of the invasion war. He was having to pretend to be different people. And he always said that the hardest part was to use a different voice because you can't perfectly mimic someone else's voice, especially if you're trying to impersonate an exact same person. So he would always try to be like something that would blend in. So like if he ended up having to be a guard for the position for when he was going in, he would make himself just look like a brethren wearing the same armor, but he wasn't trying to look like any of the other brethren. He'd come up with his own story about who he was, a completely different personality and whatnot, and just roll into that.
Huh.
Far easier to do that than trying to pretend to be somebody else when you're trying to be behind enemy lines.
Noted.
Yep. So, giving you tips on how you could better use your disguise self ability.
I would also like his runes so I can do sending the call. What is it called again? Call
Sending
sending. Sending stone. Yes, I would like to sometimes if he wants. If he wants.
Oh, you're asking for my number.
Yes, I'm asking for your numbers.
Hmm. I suppose I could.
Really?
But does that mean I'm getting yours in return?
It depends. Do you want my number in return?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
All for professional reasons. Give you tips from here and then. And
Right, tips, because you are my mentor. You never know. I might call for assistance and trying to learn some new things and whatnot. So yeah, you have a good point. I'm
oh,
being very sarcastic.
oh well, you know me. I do like to give just the tip sometimes. So he does give you the actual rune itself for his sending stone.
It loses mind. Yes, yes, we did it! Holy shit! Oh, outside. Thanks. Let me send you mine too.
Oh, he goes ahead and he records your rune.
Sucks I can't touch you. You might catch on fire. Just saying.
I what?
I said sucks I can't touch you or you will catch on fire. For flammable.
Is this another new curse?
Yeah. Lucky curse number. Let's see, how many days have I had this? I lost track.
Oh, well, always have to be careful when you're making a bet with a god.
Yeah. And win too. Shoot. And win. But I
Oh,
appreciate the learning experience and I enjoy your time as always.
always happy to give you some advice.
So anyways, I must get back to the others. We're gonna be going to remind me how they pronounce the place again?
Lorraine?
Lavagne, yeah. We'll be going to Lavagne soon, so yeah. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
definitely make sure you're traveling safe.
will do. Um, when I get back, if you want, would you possibly after training spend time with me?
Is this just a casual spending time or is this another date?
A date. You know me, I'm socially awkward when it comes to this stuff. Go easy on me.
I suppose we can go on another date.
Holy shit, yes! I mean, that would be awesome.
By the way, you're going to be going to Louvain.
That's correct.
Um, by the way, he goes ahead and he rummages through his things. Would you mind doing a little job for me?
Okay. Well, I mean, what type of job? But yeah.
He goes ahead and he digs through his paperwork. You notice in his desk, it is completely unorganized. Yet again, seems like he's stored random stuff in another hidden compartment that his right hand man has not found yet.
Oh, you
And he
need to.
hands you a letter.
Uh, use utensils to carefully grab the letter so it doesn't catch fire.
Right, definitely a lot harder for you right now. But
Mhm.
I do have this simple letter. Whatever you're doing in Louvain, because I haven't heard any jobs from there recently.
Oh, yeah. I
In
mean,
case you're doing something that is an unofficial job,
oh,
you might need this to not get in trouble. I'm friends with the Queen, so she'll be less likely to arrest you if you all do something incredibly stupid.
Always looking out for us. I mean, I appreciate you looking out. But yeah, I would gladly do the job.
Good. So give this to the main guards, and then there's another note within the envelope that you can save in case you end up having to see the queen.
Knowing my luck, we probably will end up seeing the queen shortly, so it'll be best to have that on hand. I appreciate you looking out for us.
Of course, because she also fought in the war,
Oh,
and you may have a mean right hook,
oh,
but she is very good at crushing people's heads under her heel.
okay. Bear with me. I may want to ask to spar with her sometime because, like, that's actually kind of fucking cool. That's kind of cool. Sorry, trying to contain myself.
Be safe in your travels.
Will do. Okay, time to get me going. Like you just see him like walks away for a bit and be like, "Yes, I did it! Shit, going on for lucid." Act casual, just act natural. Yeah, I did it. Okay, I'm done.
All right, cool. So, otherwise, then, guys, yeah, that I feel like that's a pretty good place to stop for the time being. Then, if you guys do want to do any other stuff during your downtime that you couldn't think of before heading out on this trip, please let me know. Just send me a message, and then we'll go from there. Also, you guys do all level up, so let me know if you want help leveling up your character and whatnot.
It's been a while, so
Yep,
Yes,
gonna
please.
need help. You know me.
Okay. And then I'll have to reach out to Rhythms and see if he's all right and whatnot, because he's kind of quiet. So I'm assuming he's taking care of Virgil or dog. But yeah, so I'll message him later, ask him what he wants to do and whatnot. And then yeah, we'll figure out our stuff next time when everybody is available to talk. Because right now it seems like Rhythm's not available. So we will message later and we'll figure out our next time. It can't be next week, right? If I remember correctly, Blue, because
Yeah,
you and
for
Rhythm's
me
have.
and yeah, we'll be in the VR con there, so
Yep.
we won't be able to make it.
Yep. So no, we will not meet next week anyway. That's fine. So that gives us some time to figure out the next time that we'll meet up and play again.
Okay, sounds good.
All
See you all
right.
next
Hope you guys
time.
all had fun. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, Niku. I said, hey, Niku. No, you're all good. You're all good. I might pull you. I might pull you in later though if you ain't doing anything.
Like,
Oh wait. Oh, yeah, we'll do. Oh, hey, Rhythm.
oh,
Later.
I still have to wait for a minute because I was giving Virgil his medicine.